Hey guys, welcome back to the channel, The California Beekeeper. I'm Jose. Man, all this energy. Ha! It's springtime. It's 65 degrees today. It is the first day that we're able to check our bees this year. We've had showers for like 41 days, just system after system. And then after those systems, we had just cold. It was just cold. Bees were hunkered down. Lows in the upper 20s, low 30s, highs of 40s. I mean, that's not bee working weather, man. So we're out here finally here in Northern California. It's 65 degrees today. So let's check some of these girls out. But hey, before we go any further, if you're new to the channel, make sure you go down below, guys. Smash that subscribe button. Give us a big thumbs up on this video. Woo! Welcome back, guys. Happy to be back and happy to shoot some videos. Let's do it. First, when you're pulling up to your bee yard, it could be 100 hives or one hive. The first thing that I like to do, I like to check out the flight, see where they're going. So here, I mean, I can just tell they're flying over there. I know what's over there. There's water. I'm seeing pollen come in. That's another thing that you guys should be looking for when you're doing your first inspection of the year. What are they getting into? Okay, so let's take a closer look to see if we could catch one of these guys with some pollen pants. Not much there. Let's see. Oh, here we go. Okay, let's see if I could catch one and show you guys. This is always happening. Oh, found some pollen. Check it out. All right, a little better view. So they are bringing in some pollen. From what? Honestly, I don't care. No, I do care. Around here in Northern California, I mean, throughout California, we have this toxic pollen. It's the California buckeye. That's a bad deal. We do not want to bring any of that. But that usually blooms around May. And we are in January 25th, I believe. So what they're getting into, I'm not sure. There could be some flowers here or there. Where? I don't know. You guys tell me, because all I see is green grass. Finally green grass with all those showers. It's just green. So we're going to get into some hives. We're dropping patties on everything. First thing, you're assessing the flight. If most of the yard is flying and then there's that one hive that's not, something's up. So immediately we're fixing the problems. If it needs to be consolidated with another weak one, or if it needs to just be, maybe it's a dead out, whatever it is, those are the things we attack first. Is clean up our yard, make sure the only thing that we have there is live, healthy hives. So what I'm gonna do really, guys, is I'm just gonna crack open a bunch of hives. I don't recommend it for you guys or anybody. It's just the way I do it. I do a pallet of a time and I crack it, slap my pollen patties, give it some smoke, shut them down, and that's it. Move on. The reason why we're putting pollen subs so early is because we do almond pollination, and it's important for our bees to get that extra boost as we're rolling into, get that queen really rearing, especially with these 65-degree days. She's going to town, and hopefully I could maybe find something I could show you guys some eggs, and I'm assessing these frames. All right, we turned that dial and it's springtime. Spring is around the corner, so it's gonna be fun. Oh, whew. That was a close one. I almost did the splits. Ha! Good thing I've been working out lately. Ha! Ha! So, let's dig in, guys. Let's take a look. Woo! Yeah, baby. That's what we like to see. Alright guys, look at this. Looking good, babies. Girls are looking good and fat. Nice and healthy. That's what we like to see. Good solid boxes. Now, even though it's a nice, beautiful day, and pardon me for my heavy breathing, I'm just trying to be awesome over here. Do too much. So, what we're gonna do is I'll crack open and assess if she's already rearing. It's important for me to know if she's rearing or not. Sometimes, once they hit that curve, or that, how would I put it? Flight weather, and they start to see little signs of pollen, the queen knows. Giving them that extra pollen before there's the actual pollen coming in, it's just that little bonus. It's just that push, you know, and you just want to get these girls pushed, especially if you are prepared to do splits for the springtime. You want to make sure that when it's time to make those splits, you have explosive hives. You could split it, buy your queen, re-queen both of them, or just place a queen on the one that's queenless. So let's dig in, guys. Give them a little smoke. Just right before we really start to dig into them. Make sure they're calm, and just start going to town. Oh, these are tight. So the reason why these are tight, I have a 2-gallon feeder in this one. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So, I mean, it's the whole box. 8 frames, 2-gallon feeder. This usually takes equivalent to 2 frames. Let's, oh, man, they got some stores. I'm not sure if I needed to feed them. You know, and I always, no matter what, I always pull from the outside frames. I never want to roll the queen. It's very important. She is the most important piece of this puzzle. So we never want to accidentally roll her by pulling frames. And I'll just glance at it, check it really quick. So that's the second to last frame. I'll never look here. It's she is rarely there. Unless it's in the spring, it's possible. We're seeing we have some old drones here. I don't know if you guys can see these little boogers here. Beautiful drones. Now this is a hybrid stock here. This colony is. And she is rearing. Woo! Holy moly! Let's take a closer look, guys. Check this out. Let's get the sun. Let's see if we can see what it is that I'm talking about. Give it a little blow. Look at that, guys. Can you see that? Let's see if I could turn on my light. It's hard to see. You know what? There we go. We'll just hold it up like this. Let's see if you guys... No, you guys can't see, huh? That's a bad thing about GoPros. You really can't zoom in very well. But I do have a light on this, so bear with me. We're gonna get you guys to see these eggs. Oh, there we go. Look at those eggs, guys. Can you see that? So she is starting to go to town, which is great. That just lets me know that putting this pollen now, it'll just give them that, just a slight stimulation. Pollen sub, keep in mind, can never replace natural pollen. It is just another tool that we're able to use to get our girls where we need them. And you have to be able to read these frames. I can tell you right now, our stores are great. They're starting to bring that pollen. You can see a little yellow there, here and there, not much. See that little orange? So they're not bringing in much. That's okay. January 25th, can't complain. Let's see if we can find some right in this brood nest. Look at that. Isn't that beautiful? Oh yeah. Let's shake this frame out real quick. There we go. And just keep in mind, we have eggs and larvae in those that are not capped. There's eggs and larvae in those. Good stuff. All right, let's see. Anything else? No, you know, and that's okay, because here in Northern California, we don't get this much, where we have these cold winters. For the last few years, they've been warm, so we've been brooding all through the winter, which it's tough, because then you are battling mites still in December. This year, totally different. Had cold snaps, weather had participated, made these girls shut down. We went broodless through the month of December, which is fantastic. Then we were able to do a treatment once we saw signs that there was no brood. Did a treatment and knock any remaining varroa mites to the bottom of the pallet. It's important that the first time that you dig into your hives, and that's just the word I use, dig. Once you inspect your hives, remember, make sure that you have above 55 degrees. Below 55, they just tend to cluster. It's just so much harder to work the hives. 55 and above, workable. 60, better. 65, the girls are awesome, looking great. They are not clustered and ready to be worked. And then you can do your hive inspections, see what's going on in that hive, and you don't necessarily need to find the queen. I never look for the queen unless I'm going to replace her. Make sure, I like to smoke them up really good, push them down. I do not want any bees getting smushed. These, and they're in there, okay? Yes, they are in there. All the way, wall to wall. They're in there too. Already open the next one. Some look better than the others, but still will meet grade. They will still meet grade. What I'll do is I'll just equalize whatever I need to equalize. And equalizing is taking some that are weaker and then giving them some, just a little boost of population or brood. These are stacked 3 high, looking good. A little bit in there. Let's check out the top. Not much. But look at that propolis. That's the Caucasian traits coming out from our New World Carnolians. It's a line of Susan Kobe. It's a WSU breeder. We made a video last year. Go check it out. I'll put it here or here or here or here. I don't know, wherever my babe puts it. Put it here, 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 or here. So go check out that video. And us picking up our WSU breeder over at Strachan Apiaries. There is a bee with pollen on my GoPro. Look at that. See that, guys? Fly, baby. Let's put this pollen patties on now, huh? There is so many different products out there. I'm not gonna push or recommend any of them. Try them. Try them for yourselves. You'll know what your bees like. You'll know what works for your area. You might have an abundance of pollen and just don't need high protein content. We're using global patties today. Normally, I use NutriBee. NutriBee is my go-to, but we did not have it available to us. So we just grabbed the next best thing, which is global patties, in my opinion. The bees love it. Our bees love it. So when we're putting pollen patties, give it a smoke. Some of the pollen patties have this wax paper. Some of the wax paper will have these holes. Day ants, they have these little micro holes in them. So I like to put the holes where that brood is happening, right over it, just like that. Right over that brood chamber. Just because there is no holes on the top doesn't mean the bees are not going to eat it. They'll still start to eat it from the sides. Once they break through, little by little, they'll get this devoured. I will say in about a week and a half at the most. This wax paper keeps that patty nice and moist so it doesn't dry up, and it's great. We'll do the same over here, like so. Puff that. Give this one just like so. This is a carny, and man, that one's a busting carny, looking really good. All right, guys, well, I hope you enjoyed this video on what I do when I pull into my yard right before I get to work. Make sure the temperature's there, check out the flight, read your frame, and a bee's trying to sting me. And enjoy the spring, because it's time to rock and roll. We'll see you on the next one, guys, and this bee's gonna get me. Whew. But I'm fast like a ninja. No, I'm just kidding, guys. Hope you enjoyed. We love hearing from you guys. Drop a comment down below. If you haven't already subscribed, hit that subscribe button. Give us a big thumbs up on this video, guys. We'll see ya.